Hello and welcome to the BMC Quick Course series. My name is Wayne Wilson and I'm a software consultant for the MainView family of products. In this demo, I'll provide an overview of MainView for z/OS and show you how to get started using the product. As you can see from this diagram, MainView for z/OS is just one of many MainView monitoring products that share the benefits of the MainView architecture. This architecture enables you to have access to all MainView products from a single user sign-on. It also enables many common functions such as user customized views, single system image or SSI as we say, as well as integrated data history. Integration with other MainView products plus zip exploitation delivers a double dose of benefits with MainView for z/OS. In fact, MainView for z/OS actually shares a common address space with BMC's CMF Monitor and BMC's MainView for Unix System Services. Because the MainView for z/OS product address space, or PAS, monitors multiple components of the z/OS operating system, this integration simplifies operating systems management. You have fewer monitoring address spaces to manage, and the overhead of this monitoring is less than with comparable products. For example, BMC's CMF Monitor fully replaces RMF from IBM with no additional overhead. MainView for z/OS and CMF Monitor also exploit the zip processor specialty engine and can reduce the general processor footprint by anywhere from 15 to 70%. In fact, the larger the DASD farm you have, the larger the benefit. This is because CMF Monitor is the underlying data collection engine that supplies z/OS monitoring data to MainView for z/OS. But it can also create SMF type 70 through 79 records, replacing the need for IBM's RMF Monitor for both online and batch reporting purposes. Because CMF Monitor and MainView for z/OS are completely integrated, it can also store online history in vsam files allocated to the monitoring address space. Using these history files, you can access and view online short-term history, the default interval history data, or long-term history. Short-term history is collected and stored on 15, 30, or 60-second intervals. The default interval history is stored using intervals of anywhere from 1 to 60 minutes, but typically uses intervals of either 15 or 30 minutes. Long-term history summarizes multiple interval history records, providing historical intervals of anywhere from 15 minutes all the way up to 6 hours. Finally, there is also real-time data available online, but as you might imagine, we do not keep history for that. Can CMF Monitor really replace RMF? Yes. This is because CMF Monitor generates identical SMF type 70 through 79 records as those created by RMF, and most users agree that generation of these SMF type 70 records is the most important compatibility requirement. In addition to providing data for tuning and capacity planning purposes, these records often feed into internal accounting and chargeback systems as well as a host of other applications. Some of these applications are even built with third-party products like Mix, MXG, and SAS that expect and demand very specific records with exact formats and contents. With CMF Monitor, you never need to worry about compatibility. Now let's look at getting started with using MainView for z/OS online. Upon entry into MainView for z/OS for the first time, you are presented with the EasyMZOS Easy menu. This is the default menu that all users see when first getting into MainView for z/OS. A common alternate entry point is the MainView for z/OS Fast menu, which you can configure as your default, but that's another webinar. As you can see, MVZOS can provide you with information regarding activity against the many z/OS related resources and workloads, as well as many utility functions used for making systems related changes. These topics will be covered in more detail in later training sessions. But for now, let's focus on basic navigation and the types of data, both real-time and history, that are available from MainView for z/OS. As you may have learned from other training webinars, all MainView displays, or views as we call them, contain point-and-shoot or hyperlink fields from which you can navigate to other views simply by placing the cursor on the field and pressing Enter. These are typically identifiable by the fact that they are highlighted in white. As you can see, nearly all the fields on the EasyMZOS menu are displayed in white, which means that you can navigate to any of these topics via the hyperlinks. As you may recall, I said that MainView for z/OS data is available in real-time, short-term, default interval, or long-term intervals. The EasyMZOS view starts you out with default interval data, but you can easily change to any of the others by selecting from the options in the upper right section of this view. Let's look at the different menus available for the different types of interval data. Place your cursor on View Real-Time menu and press Enter. This is the Real-Time Data menu, or EZMZOS-R. It provides hyperlinks to real-time data display options. Real-time data represents the last 15 seconds of activity for each resource or workload monitored by MainView for ZOS. It also provides links to the other data interval choices. Let's hyperlink on View Short-Term menu. Similarly, the Short-Term Data menu, or EZMZOS-S view, provides links to short-term data intervals, which can be 15, 30, or 60-second intervals. Now let's hyperlink on View Long-Term menu. The Long-Term Data menu, or EZMZOS-L, provides links to views with long-term data intervals. Long-term data can be intervals of 15 minutes to 6 hours. Now that we have seen how to access different intervals of data available from MainView for ZOS, let's examine the different history files that store that data. Enter DSListZ on the command line from any view and press Enter. While this is not really a command, actually it's the name of a view, it will navigate you to the displays that will show you the number and status of the files that contain historical data in MainView for ZOS. The DSListZ view shows how many datasets are included in each interval recorder service task. By installation default, there are 3 vSAM datasets created to store history for each interval type. The MainView installer can define the total amount of historical data kept in your MainView installation by either adjusting the number of vSAM files or the amount of DASD space that is allocated to each one. Let's hyperlink on regular historical data to see details about the default interval history data. The DSList view shows information about the interval history datasets. It shows the dataset names used, the start and end times of the data stored, and which file is currently being recorded into. You can manipulate historical recording using either primary commands or line commands available from the DSList views. You can add new or deallocate a dataset, force a dataset to be queued for recording, change its recording status, quiesce or unquiesce recording for a dataset, reset the dataset to correct a status area, or save information related to a specified dataset. To see help on what options you have available, place your cursor on either the DSList view name or else the line command field in front of the dataset name and press the PF1 help key. These are the available primary command options. You can place your cursor on any highlighted field to get more detailed information on the topic, or scroll down to see what other help information is available. These are the available line command options. Again, you can scroll to see additional options or place your cursor on any highlighted field to get more detailed information on the topic. These are some of the additional options that are available via line commands. Well, now that you've seen some of the basics of the MainView for ZOS architecture, you should now be prepared to take some of the other quick courses on specific MainView for ZOS topics. So, for more information on MainView for ZOS, see the Related Demos box. For more information on any BMC mainframe product, please visit the URL shown here. Thank you for your time.